Good morning, everybody. It is the 6th of October at, I think it's right at 7 o'clock, 7:02, and we are getting ready, me and Dad, to take off on our 2025 trip to Monte Sano State Park in Alabama. This is Dad's bike setup. He's got his trailer and his BMW all loaded up and ready, and I've got my bike all loaded up and ready. We're about to hop on and take off and start making our way there. It's about six hours from here, so after we stop for gas and probably grab a little bite to eat or something on the way, it'll probably be right about 6 to 6.5 hours to 7. Then we'll set up camp and I'll show you guys all of that. So yeah, when I hop on the bike, I'll give you guys an update. But this is day one. We're gonna be out until Friday. We'll be coming home Friday, be home back by hopefully sometime around 5 in the afternoon Friday. So this is day one. We're gonna spend 4 full nights at the campsite and do daytime rides throughout the week. So it ought to be a really fun trip, and I can't wait to record it and share it with you guys. So I'll see you on the road.
All right, everybody, we are on the road and it is 8:03. We left a little bit later than we were expecting, but that's okay. And so far everything is going really good. I just wanted to check in and give you guys a quick update. We're heading through Midland City right now. And the reason me and Dad are separated is that this guy decided he wanted to pass me in a double yellow line. But other than that, everything is going smoothly. I'll check in again around once we're about probably halfway, maybe a little bit before halfway, just to give you guys a quick update. But yeah, we're on the bike, everything's loaded up. I've got my phone mounted here, I got my Garmin set up, and we're ready to go. And I'd love to show you Dad's bike going down the road, but like I said, this guy decided to pass. But I'll have another opportunity to do that later on in the video. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys in just a little while. Like I said, everything's going really smooth so far, and the trip is just, I'm really looking forward to it. This campground we're going to is like supposed to be really beautiful in the fall. We do have a little bit of an overcast today. Hopefully we don't get too much rain, because I don't want to get rained out. But the Lord will provide, and we're gonna have a fun, wonderful time, no matter the outcome. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys in just a little bit. Well, it's 8:53. We're riding down the road, and here's his Pops' trailer. It's a good looking trailer with the cooler. Yeah, Pops got his bike looking sharp. Yeah, it's a good setup. We're ready to go. Figured I'd stop in and give you guys a quick update. We're on 431. We're going to be arriving at 2:56. So probably about 2 hours before we get there, or an hour in, I'll check up in with you guys, give you another quick update. But I just wanted to show you guys Dad's trailer. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, just to check in real quick, it is 11:27 in the morning. We are on US 80, still headed towards Huntsville. We got a little bit behind on schedule, not that we even really have one. We got talking to this really nice guy. His name's Jerry. He knows a lot about motorcycles, and we got talking with him for about an hour. And he was really interested on our trip and everything, and we were going over some things and features about the BMW that he wanted to know, and because he was looking at one himself. So set us a little bit behind what we were planning on getting there, but we're still going to be there at 4:32, so we're still going to be there plenty of time to set up camp and everything. And this is just a gorgeous country road. US 80 is a great spot. This way we can avoid Phoenix City. We still have to go through Columbus, but we can avoid the big Phoenix City traffic and all of that. I mean, you know, look at this. This is just nice country. You got horses walking around. It's just beautiful. There's also a dirt racing track out here on this road somewhere along this route, and they have a driving museum at the very start of this road, which is really neat. But this is all just nice, beautiful country back roads, and we're going to be riding on this for a little while. So I just thought I'd check up, give you guys an update. Dad's up there leading, letting him get used to his trailer and everything, and you guys saw that from the previous clip. We got it all set up, and we showed that guy named Jerry. We showed him everything that we had packed, and we're just enjoying ourselves. Like I said, we still have a bit of an overcast, but it's starting to, all the colors are kind of starting to change, the fall colors. It's not as orange, but we're also not as up north just yet. We're at a nice 78 degrees, at least from what my bike's telling me. So it's a beautiful day. It looks like it could possibly clear up here in just a little while, and there is a chance that we might get some rain later on, but none of that's a big deal. And look, we got a couple more adventure bike guys riding around. It's just a beautiful, gorgeous day, beautiful, gorgeous route. So yeah, I'll check up with you guys in just a little while. We're gonna keep heading. We still got about 5 hours left before we get to the campsite, so I'll check in with you guys in just a little while, and then once we set up camp and everything, I'll show you guys that as well. So yeah, see you in a jiff. All right, so to give you guys a little update, we are now heading through the town of Sylacauga. We are approximately about, it says 4:39. We'll probably get there more like 3:45. Maybe not. It's probably pretty accurate, but we're about a little under halfway there. We got 130 miles left, and we're going to start heading up here shortly into like some of the more winding roads, like Talladega and all of them roads up there as we head up to our campground. And we just went through the small town of Sylacauga. We're currently on Alabama 77 right this minute. Stopped at a Walmart and kind of freshened up a bit, stretched our legs. Dad had a cigarette, and so we're just kind of taking our time. We're, like I said from the very beginning, we're not in a rush. We're just kind of cruising, and we're about to start hitting some really nice, pretty, more up north Alabama rocky area. Some more curvy roads and a bit more prettier trees. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. This is just city, kind of in the middle of a city ride, but we're on Alabama 77, so once we get past Sylacauga and get through here, it's going to open up to some really beautiful kind of mountainous type roads, and so that's going to be really fun to ride. And so yeah, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update on that when we get kind of out of Sylacauga. I just wanted to share with you where we're at and how far we are. And I'm going to also get my GoPro out, and we're going to record the campsite so you guys get to see all of that. This is day one of our trip. Alright, we're kind of on some more open mountainous roads. We got a little bit of cloud coverage up above us, but nothing to worry about. And you'll see here in a minute when we get past this gas station, you'll see we're in the Talladega area, just in case anyone wants to know. And we're heading towards Huntsville. And I know I've mentioned this before, but we're heading to Monte Sano Campground in Huntsville. But we're gonna start having more mountainous rides, more mountainous roads here, and I was gonna try to capture some of that, which most of you guys have seen. But this is Highway 21 North, as you just saw that sign. So this is really gonna, this is like prime Alabama camping kind of area too. So if you ever want to stay and camp, Mount Cheaha is not very far from where we're at right now. They've got a really good campsite. Me and Dad stayed there 2-3 years ago. It was my first camping trip, and man, it was beautiful and gorgeous, and the sun was setting one night. I took a nice picture of it, and I recorded it and documented it, but it wasn't very well documented on my part. But just to give you guys a little bit of a kind of a taste, this is kind of like what you'll see when you get out past all the little cities and stuff. It's a lot of open country, mountainous kind of roads, and if you come on a week where it's not so cloud coverage and kind of rainy, it's really going to brighten up, and it's really going to look pretty. But it still looks pretty with all of this going on. And so those are like the mountains that we have here in Alabama. They're full of trees. Talladega is only 17 miles from here, so you can go camping at Cheaha and go to the Talladega Raceway. I know that's a big thing here. That's, you know, NASCAR. Only thing I'll say, when you do come through here, just be careful, because when you start getting in the kind of the curvy areas, there's a lot of side roads, because this is still out in the country kind of in Alabama. You do need to be a little cautious of people pulling out. But yeah, this is a beautiful time of the year and a beautiful part in Alabama. There's a lot of places in the United States to visit, and I'm definitely going to get around to visiting them in my lifetime. But I live in Alabama. I'm proud to live in Alabama, and before I go and travel all these different states all across, you know, the United States, I want to take advantage of what my own state has, the things that I pay taxes for in my state, and enjoy just the pure nature. Everyone always travels and they always got to go out of state, but the thing is, you have to remember something. Somebody somewhere else is traveling from their state or from where they're at to visit your state, because your state obviously every state has something to appeal to everybody. So that's basically my mission, is just to kind of visit and see all the beautiful things that Alabama has to offer, because there's a lot. And unfortunately, a lot of people in Alabama just don't take advantage of it because they don't think there's much here, and there's a lot more than people think. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly kind of give you guys another little fast update. The last one I gave, we were going through Sylacauga. That was only like 10 minutes ago. But we got past that, and I kind of wanted to show this off a little bit to kind of let you guys see what we're going into, without making the video too long and exhausting to watch. But yeah, we're on, of course, my BMW, and it's riding real smooth, and it's been a really great trip so far. And this is just day one. We still have till Friday, so stick around, enjoy, and I will see you guys at the campsite. All right, so here we are. We're going up the top of this hill here as we're slowly making our way up the campground. And here's where you get to see that we're staying. And just from the video, you can clearly tell this is definitely more in the mountainous areas. There's a little bit of twisties and turns as you get further up here. And I mean, other than the little overcast, like I mentioned earlier, everything's just going great. Perfect riding weather. Couldn't have asked for any better. And like I said, we're only 3 miles out. So I'm just going to run the camera for just a minute and kind of talk about our trip. So just as an overview, we left the house about 7:45, 7:50. Stopped at Walmart and talked to a guy named Jerry. Really nice guy. He rode motorcycles. And then we met this older motorcycle rider as well, and he was really polite and really nice, and he knew his stuff as well. And then we left there. We avoided Columbus and we avoided Phoenix City. We only really had to go through one little city, if you want to call it that. And then we pretty much had to go through another little city, kind of. It had a lot of strip malls on each side of it, which caused a little bit of traffic delay, but we still made it in good time, and we're making it up the top of the mountain here in Huntsville, and it's dropping as you can see, the temperature's dropping. It's nice, 74 degrees. The wind's cool, but it ain't cold. It's just right, and yeah, it's just a nice area, nice people. I'm really excited to get there and get set up, get something to eat, get something in my stomach, because I'm really hungry. I've been riding all day and I haven't had nothing since about 5:30, 6 o'clock tonight. But I just wanted to show this area, so if any of you guys watching want to come up here and are curious, this area is just like a really nice, I mean, you could tell the houses and everything. This is not a run-down place. This isn't one of those campgrounds where it's really primitive. They do have primitive camping, but we had a hookup because we have we have electronics and things that we want to keep charged. But yeah, I mean, this is just a nice area, and I'm excited. I mean, I've seen some pictures online of what the campground looks like, but I'm really looking forward to seeing to it in person and getting to show you guys as well, for any of you that are interested in going to the Monte Sano campground. So yeah, it's just been, and if you do go, I'm just going to say that this week that we're on now, this is the second week of October. Today is the 6th of October. From what I've seen in the pictures, okay, it looks to me like if you wait just another 2 weeks, go to the end of the last 2 weeks of October, you really start to see more fall colors. But this was just because of our schedule and everything. This was just the best week, and really the only week that we could go. And I'm not disappointed one bit. I'm still just as excited, but I do know that from the pictures and just the time of the year, fall has a little bit more time to kick into the trees and everything. If you wait another week or two from when from where we're at now, which is the 6th of October. But yeah, I mean, it's just we're just blessed, and I'm really thankful that we've been able to get in where we're at. Taking this right turn right here. We're only about 1.4 miles away from where we're supposed to be. Alright, we have arrived at the campsite. Had to change batteries because my battery died. So, we're here. We're at the campground. And we're about to ride to our campsite. I'll let Dad lead. So I wasn't able to show me pulling in, but essentially we get like a little code, and we have a car pass, but we're on motorcycles, so we'll have to show the lady at the gate. So this is how you'll enter. There's a building right there. If you're camping, this is where if you've already made reservations, this is where you'll pick up your car pass, and she'll give you a little map of the camp areas and all the trails they have, which is a lot of trails. When we came in, there was like a lot of trails that you could see, walking trails all up through there. And this is where you'll put in your code after hours. So once the park is closed, this is where you'll have to put your code in to actually get into the park. So this is basically the entrance. The only thing I didn't show you is the entrance to get in this place, but this is how you'll get in if you're camping. So you'll make the first left. If I'm not mistaken, according to the map, I'm gonna follow him, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. So this is the campground, and yep, 1 through 30. So we got campground number 17. So we'll take a left, and they have a really nice overview, and as you can see, the trees and everything. This is just a nice campground, and this is about the size of the campgrounds. We picked this out because we figured we'd be able to fit two tents on this, which we're gonna find out if we can or not. But this is how this all looks. It's out in the woods. It's really nice. It's primitive, but it's not so primitive. The real primitive is over there on the other section. But yeah, you can kind of look out and see them, you know, the gorgeous mountainous trees and everything from up here on certain campgrounds, and they allow you to just go out there and get your own wood for firewood, so you don't have to pay for firewood. They do have a facility to take showers and use the restroom, so they've got everything there. So this is just a really nice spot if you're wanting to go camping. Really nice time of the year too if you want to go camping. So I'm gonna go ahead, we'll pull up, and then I'll turn the camera off, and I'm gonna show the campsite once we get here, and here we are. So here's the campsite, and I'm gonna let Dad park, and then I'll show you basically how we're gonna do this. So yeah. And I will update you guys once we have the campsite set up. We have arrived at the Japanese tea garden. Wow, this is nice. Yeah. Squirrel. Yeah. This is really neat. There's that little Japanese thing down there. Nice little table to sit on. Some more bamboo trees. Looks like we have a Buddha statue. Yeah, no, gotta have a Buddha. Looks like you got two different ways of going here. Bars change. Yeah, this is a pretty big trail. I'll have to come back and walk all this.
It is day number 3 of our trip. We've battled rain, wet rain, everything getting wet except my stuff. But we went walking yesterday in the trails, and we're here at the campsite. We're cooking some good stuff out here, and we're getting ready to take off for a little ride. And I'll put the camera back on here in just a minute when we're taking off, and I'll see you guys in just a second.
All right, so we are back on the road. We're still at the campsite. We haven't left it. We're taking a nice ride after some rain and some struggles. I've been missed out on a few updates because it's been raining and it really wasn't much to show. But yesterday, me and Dad, we went walking around the trails at our campsite, and I was able to get some of that on my phone, but I didn't take my GoPro. We walked about 6 miles total, and then we had a nice supper last night, and today we got up and it's just a gorgeous day, so we decided to get on our motorcycles, leave our camp set up, and we're going to take a ride. We're going to try to ride most of the day and come back home, and we've got chicken cooking in a crock pot, so we're just going to enjoy ourselves on this beautiful day. I took a short clip earlier of us coming down from our campsite through the mountainous areas and here in Huntsville at Monte Sano State Park, and I didn't have my GoPro plugged in, so I wasn't able to give any commentary on that. This is Thursday. My last video, the first clips you saw was on Monday. Tuesday I didn't give much updates because it rained. Yesterday we went walking. And today we're going to ride. Tomorrow we're packing up. Tomorrow's Friday. We're packing up. We're leaving the campsite. We're just trying to find some nice county back roads to ride on here once we get to Athens out of Huntsville. We're just going to ride that and enjoy the day. But yes, I didn't get as many videos as I would have liked to, and as many updates on the camera as I would have liked to. but really there's not much that I missed because, like I said, it rained, so that wouldn't have been very entertaining to watch. We were struggling through it. Dad's tent, just to give you guys an update on that, Dad's tent started leaking because of the lack of sealant protector. The sealant from the factory, I think it finally wore off. So on that material, on that polyester and nylon material that the tent's made out of, the coating, the waterproof coating, it finally wore out. So his tent was actually leaking really bad, causing water to get pretty much everywhere inside his tent and on his bike. So we had to do a couple of little adjustments and rearrange things at the campsite in order to make things work a little better. But we managed to make it through, and everything's dry now, and anything that's left that was wet is still drying out. So all in all, it's still been an amazing trip, and it's going to be an amazing day of riding that I'll try to keep you guys updated on. But for now, I'm just going to head off. We're going to ride, and if I see something interesting, I'll keep you guys updated. And so yeah, I'll check in with you guys here in just a little bit. All right, so me and Dad, we were riding on 231/431. Stopped at a Waffle House, and we got tired of riding that highway because we thought we were going to break off into some more country, mountainous area. And turns out we didn't. So we're just riding around on these country roads out here in Tennessee, and we've just been enjoying ourselves, and it's just a great, wonderful ride. And we're gonna stop here real quick at this Baptist church, grab a drink. But yeah, it's just been a wonderful day. We've been enjoying our ride, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated, keep you guys posted. If I see something interesting, I'm gonna try to do my best to turn on the camera and kind of commentate over it. But we're gonna head back on here in the road in just a second, and I'll show you guys a little bit more of what this area looks like. It's a beautiful area. We're on the Tennessee-Alabama border right this minute. We're trying not to get too far from our campsite, but we're wanting to really ride today because we haven't been able to ride much since the rain started Tuesday. And today's Thursday, and we're leaving this area tomorrow, so we just wanted to get in a good, nice ride and get to see everything. So we're just kind of taking random turns and back roads and stuff out here in the country of Tennessee. And this is just one more reason to come up here if you're interested in seeing some of Alabama's beautiful roads, because this is Alabama, Tennessee neck of the woods, and everything out here is just gorgeous. I mean, and the weather today, I mean, it's starting to kind of cloud up now, but it wasn't. I mean, it was beautiful, but even now it's still gorgeous, and all the mountains and everything, and there's, like, you know, cows and wildlife, and people are just really nice out here. It's just a gorgeous area. I kind of envy the people that live out here. Of course, if I lived out here, it wouldn't be as special, but I highly recommend you guys check out this area near the Monte Sano campground. And everywhere around here, the Huntsville area is not, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's a city. And if you're like me, you don't like city riding, this is all just farmland, and people are out here. I mean, there's just houses, but they're not all crammed in together, and it's just really nice and beautiful. And me and Dad this is our kind of riding that we like to do back home, and this is what we come out here to see and to do. And it's a really nice area. And you know, there's a little bit of technical riding here and there and yonder. I mean, it's nothing crazy, nothing like mountain technical, not like the clip I showed you guys earlier on one of my fewer updates today, on Thursday, day 4 of the trip. But it's nice, and like I said, we're just picking out random roads. Like, we're looking around, and we're just picking out random county roads or country roads, trying to avoid any dirt or gravel roads mainly. But if we happen to see one that takes us somewhere interesting, we might even get on it. But for the most part, we're just going to stay on the asphalt roads and enjoy ourselves. And this is what I like to see when I go somewhere. I don't really like, like I've mentioned before in some of my other videos and things, I don't like touristy things. I like to see the real the people that live here in the area and the real roads and just the area that's around here. I like to actually feel the area and feel the environment and see the wildlife and see the different kind of trees and everything. So but yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I just wanted to show you this kind of riding that we're doing. Kind of give you guys a little bit of a taste without spoiling too much of what this area is like if you decide to come up here. But it's just gorgeous riding, just gorgeous riding. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and posted. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, please let me know. But I'll probably update you guys once we get back to the campground, unless I see something that's interesting later on down the road. But yeah, I'll see you guys in just a little. Yeah, we're gonna take the road that goes up into the mountainous area, because look at that big mountain right there, right in front of us. A few of them. It's like a volcano. Yeah. Yeah. We're still on Hurricane Road for now. We'll merge in with the other one here in just a second. Yeah. It's a nice house in the valley. Yeah, that's what we wanted to do anyway, was just take nice country back roads and see cows and see farms and stuff. Yeah. Well, Garmin, see, they're satellite, so you know it's getting imagery from the sky. Yeah. It's a nice view. Yeah, that'd be a good sign for Yellowwood to put up. Should have used Yellowwood, your building wouldn't have fell down. It's a modern home in the mountains. Feels like it's dropping temperatures. Before I'm out of gas, 321 miles. Oh yeah, we're real good on fuel. He's got him some firewood.
Well, it's Friday morning. We're about to leave camp. We got everything packed up. Bike's 100%. Pops is gonna take us one last final seat
But yeah,
about to get ready to leave here, take a little rest after packing up, and then we're gonna take off. So I'll update you guys in just a little bit.
all right, well, we're back on the road. We left the campsite in good time. We left right at 9:30. Made great time getting out, packing up everything, and we've pretty much been riding the whole time. We made a quick stop at the Circle K. I needed to refill my coffee, and I bought us a few biscuits, breakfast biscuits, to kind of fuel us up for the ride home. We got about 5 hours left till we get home. We'll get there about 4. GPS is saying 4:15, so anywhere between 4 to 4:15, 4:30. And we're just going to take our time and enjoy the ride. It's a beautiful day again here on this Friday morning, and we're going to try to get home, unpack everything real easy, and then tomorrow, the weekend's going to be spent on kind of relaxing and winding down from the trip, and also just kind of getting our tents and everything back up to snuff, washing them and getting all of our equipment cleaned up from the little bit of rain that we had Tuesday. So yeah, everything's going really good. We're, like I said, we're making good time, but we're not rushing home, because we've got all day today to just enjoy the ride. It's cool weather. It's a nice 71 degrees. When we left, it was about 62, and it's slowly been climbing since then. It is a little chilly, but it's not too bad. I've got my mesh jacket on right now because I knew it was going to get warmer, so I didn't want to put on my big Aero Stitch riding suit. I didn't want to get hot, so I just put on my heated grips and my heated seat, and I'm just enjoying the ride. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but everything's going really smooth, and it's just been a wonderful trip overall. Last night we had, I'll show some pictures up here that I took with my phone. We had some Cornish game hens mixed in with some vegetables, and we had a fire that pretty much burned for a good 3.5 to 4 hours last night, and just kind of me and Dad sat around the campfire just enjoying ourselves, relaxing and talking, and just reminiscing over the entire trip that we've had. And it's just been a wonderful overall time. Highly recommend Monte Sano Campground and this whole area that it's around. And yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated, and I hope you've enjoyed watching the video so far, and I hope you've enjoyed following us along on our trip for our 2025 camping trip. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but you guys just stay along for the ride. All right, well, we are now just shy of 3 hours exactly from heading home and being at the house ready to unpack everything. Me and Dad stopped to top off one more time, and so now we're just going to cruise on back to the house. Everything's been smooth since the last update I gave. We stopped at a gas station, like I said, just to top off, and we also got a little pork chop and a couple of jalapeno poppers just to keep us filled up until we get onto the house tonight for some supper. But yeah, it's just a lovely day. As you can see, it's just blue skies, 77 degrees, anywhere from 75 to 77. My bike likes to tell me it's a little warmer than it really is, but it's right there at that perfect fall temperature in the afternoon. And it's just been a lovely, once again, another lovely trip this year. Since we've owned these BMWs, in case this is your first time watching this video, by the way, we bought these BMWs in 2022. These are the 2022 BMW 1250 GSAs, and so we've owned them 3 years exactly, just a little over. We bought them in August, and it's October, so we've owned them just a little over 3 years, and they've been really good to us. We've been able to just do everything we want. and they're just amazing bikes. And we always try to plan a trip somewhere around October. Our first trip was in October. The last trip we took, which was last year, we took in May. It just happened to work out that way because we wasn't really able to get enough time in last fall to take any trips. So we were able to get one last summer, which was really nice because it was still kind of cool from the springtime. So, but this trip this year, other than the one day of rain, like I mentioned before on Tuesday, other than that, the whole trip was perfect. And the only thing that even made the rain even bad was that Dad's tent was leaking water through his garage area. So that was the only bad thing that really caused it to be somewhat of a less than ideal trip. But everything else went great. And like I said, this whole experience, this is the first time we've just stayed at a campsite. If you watch any of our other trips me and Dad have taken, a lot of it's been like we're camping because we're riding. This time we rode somewhere to camp, and that was very enjoyable. And then yesterday we got out for a few hours and rode up around the mountain areas that is around our campground. We rode for probably about 6 hours yesterday, 4 to 6 hours, and just enjoyed ourselves. And I had a few videos of that, and it was just a great day and really a whole great week. It went by fast. The whole trip really did. It went by very fast. Monday went by quick, especially because we pulled in the campsite kind of late, and Monday night, and then Tuesday it rained, and Wednesday we kind of just was recouping from the rain. But Wednesday, like I said, we checked out the campground. We wanted to stay at the campground one day and just walk. And this place had one good thing I'll say about this trail is if you're one of those people that like to walk, I love to walk. Not necessarily hike, but just take walks. They've got good walking and good hiking trails. Me and Dad probably walked like a total of 5 to 6 miles just around the campground. And they have like a Japanese garden and everything. And like I mentioned earlier, I'll put those videos that I recorded on my phone. I took some videos of that on my phone. I'll put those on here as well on this video. But it was just great. I mean, the campsite was just really, it was real clean, and they had everything really nice. And like I said, the walking trails were really fun to just enjoy, and everybody that was out there this weekend. And they also have really nice cabins, and they also have really nice glamping. So if you're someone who doesn't want to camp either in a primitive camping or like a RV camping spot, they do have options. They have glamping and they have cabins. So, and there's no bad campsites. Now, I didn't check out the primitive too much. We didn't camp at the primitive. We needed electric and water, so we used one of the RV, technically for RV, but you can use it still for tents. It was just a gravel campsite. But the primitives, like I said, I didn't check them out, but all the regular campsites were just really nice. There's not a bad campsite throughout the regular campground area. So like I said, I highly recommend that you guys check it out. I really wanted to get more videos and more pictures of the actual campground and show me walking around the campground and the campsite, all the trails and everything, but with everything that had happened in the rain, I was just ready to just get out and just enjoy without having to record or do anything. So but like I said, without me even having to put it on here, I'm just going to tell you that the Monte Sano campground is just a nice place. And they've got a campground store, so if you need anything, they've got most of your basic stuff, along with a few like little camping things and some snacks and cakes and like little pies and drinks. So it's got everything you need, and it's just a nice area within, you know, in a nice campground. So yeah, I mean, And then the ride home where we live, it's just all gorgeous. I mean, especially a day like today. It hasn't gotten any higher than like 70, maybe 78 degrees. Right now it's showing me 79, but even if it jumps up to 80, it's still going to be a really nice ride. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I know I rambled on a little bit, but I just wanted you guys to see the beautiful day that we're having as well. And just kind of finish this up. This is going to be like the last little video, because I'll just, from here on out, it's just going to be a regular ride back to the house. So I hope you guys enjoyed following us throughout this entire trip. It wasn't a go fast paced, you know, pack up every night and we're going somewhere different. This was a lot more of a slower paced camping experience, which, like I said, this is one of the first trips that we've actually, me and Dad, have done like that together. All of our other ones have been, you know, we're on a route or we're on a ride and we're just camping so we can keep riding. This was where we actually set up camp and got to meet people and talk. So it was just a lovely trip. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you did, please like the video and subscribe. And if you have any questions about the campsite that I may have not mentioned here, go ahead and ask that down below. But yeah, once again, another great trip for our 2025 fall camping trip. So yeah, like I said, one last time, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.